Hey y'all, let's go get ready for whatever the heck I end up doing today. So, welcome to my bathroom. Yes, this is the medicine cabinet, door, whatever. I can't think right now, even though it's like almost 11 a.m. I am just now getting myself really ready. I had a hard time falling asleep last night, so yeah. So today, what I'm actually going to be doing is going to Angel's Envy. I may record that also for a different video. But I was initially supposed to go to a friend's place to have pizza and play board games with her husband and a coworker of hers. However, her husband ended up getting COVID. So yeah, got that call at about 9:30 in the morning to be like, hey, because we were already texting a bit because all these other things are going on. And it's just like, okay, whatever. Not bad. I'm hoping my friend's okay. So instead, I just decided to go to Angel's Envy. It's a distillery in Louisville. With getting ready and all of this, I don't really have any super fancy skincare stuff. Like my face soap, my cleanser, is from Trader Joe's. Reason I have this is because I would go to a family member's house a lot when I first moved here, and instead of periodically forgetting to bring my toiletries, I just left a whole thing of toiletries there. Well, that family member has moved, so I just took my stuff and I am just kind of working through what I have at this point. So that's the big reason why I have randomly a lot of Trader Joe's things, because I was just already at Trader Joe's that one day and I bought all the stuff. And I feel like it's better just to use through it and then get more stuff afterwards. I'm not going to say a project panner of sorts, but more trying to use what I have more than anything else. I have this rose toner, again, just to I've been wanting to do more with my skincare. I at one point used Curology, and I use some of the basic stuff from that on my daily skincare when I remember. This is just niacinamide from Vitamins and C Beauty. I used to use the Ordinary for it, but I was at Target and they had this instead, and it looked about the same. Actually, it had more stuff with it, so I was like, okay, I've already been using niacinamide, all this stuff I think is good for my skin anyway, so yeah, it's the kale and hyaluronic acid serum. Oh, so maybe it's not that. Could have sworn I had niacinamide, but I'll have to look at some of this on my own, or previous purchases I've made. Now I've got the Ordinary's azelaic acid, just the 10% suspension. This one I love, but I just always run out of it so quickly. And I try not to use an obscene amount of it, but that happens a lot. So, yeah. And then lastly, the Natives Brightening Serum Moisturizer with vitamin C, B3, and it's got a little bit of SPF in it. I know it's not nearly as much as I should. That is the other thing I need to work on, is my amount of SPF I'm putting on, because I already am gonna look older than I am probably with the fact that I've got gray hairs and all that jazz, so, and bags underneath my eyes, but that is just classes. So I'll catch you guys in a bit. Hey y'all, as you can see, I am more or less dressed in what I plan to wear today, and just gonna get my makeup done. Also just talk a little bit about what I'm thinking for this channel, because I'll be honest, I don't fully know. There are ideas I have, and also I will acknowledge I'm going to probably like do a decent amount of like pre-recorded stuff, because I just know at points I'm going to have a little bit of it's going to be a little bit busier. Also, the amount of turnaround that I'll have to do at any given point may be more than I can do easily. That is the thing. I'm hoping to do at least like one video a week, and it may be all over the place. As you guys have previously seen, I did a shopping vlog, I did a fitness, like a weekly fitness thing. I liked doing both of those, and I'll probably, honestly today even, after editing this video, when I go to the distillery, I may record that as long as I can. Like, I'll at least get myself ready to film for things so I can have that video ready to go. Also, because I don't know how mid-February is going to go, or how March, when I'm going to be traveling for conferences, how my schedule is going to feel. So I think the idea of at least having some stuff pre-recorded will make my life easier and also provide some consistency. I mean, I pre-recorded stuff for Vlogmas, and I feel like that worked out pretty well for me, because like instances where I was traveling, I couldn't edit immediately that night to upload the next day, or I was around a lot of family and I wanted to spend time with them instead. I think I'm just going to kind of do a combination of different. But so I'm still going to be doing more Get Ready With Me, because they're not super hard to do in terms of both editing and recording. I just need to be creative periodically in the work that I do. The other things I'm thinking about doing is a few more vlogs for like either weekly. So I think starting tomorrow, so I'm filming this on a Sunday, probably that Monday I'm going to start doing a what I eat in a week kind of vlog. If nothing else, it'll make me have to like try to eat healthier, because I'm probably going to want to show I'm eating all these healthy things and provide some practical recipes for others who are in a similar kind of young adult graduate student mindset, where we're like, we should be doing XYZ, but we only have so many spoons. Like, truly, my problem is I just don't have like any spoons. I'm still on my first pot of coffee. I realized over winter break, I reduced the amount of coffee I had because it was a pour over. So instead of having like 4 cups, I only had like 2 usually. Although it was Christmas Day, maybe one other day, one of my sisters had a mocha pot and was making lattes for us, which were delicious. And she's like, yeah, it's like a lot of coffee. Really not a lot of coffee, but a lot of caffeine. But no, I'm thinking of videos for me to do. I can do more grad school videos of things, and I had one friend recommend I do mukbangs. I am not going to do exactly a mukbang because I don't want to do overeating and whatnot, because like I've mentioned, I'm trying to work out more, trying to be healthier, but having at least an eat with me. Really what would happen is HelloFresh is getting an amazing promo without ever sponsoring me, because I am not sponsored by them. I am so small in terms of like recording. Like, I've got my 18 subscribers, which I do love you guys. I'm trying to think of the other videos. Oh, yes. So I have this book that's an old home economics book from the 1940s. I was going to do different recipes from it, and also do like maybe try to live a week like how they're describing things, because I mean, I feel like it would actually be really useful, because I don't have many life skills. I figured out stuff along the way, but like it's still kind of questionable. So yeah, that was one thing that I want to work on, as well as, again, doing more outings. I just always feel awkward recording in public spaces because I don't want to get other people's faces. That is just out of consideration for them. Also, this is like actually the first time I've ever used this palette. I've had it for over a year and I haven't used it yet because I don't know. The colors, while I like the colors, I just was always trying to use other palettes I have because they already had a lot more use on them, so I was trying to use them up. Because overall, there's so many things that goes on in my mind for things like I want to really start to get aggressive on, or more focused on things like decluttering my apartment because it's an absolute mess and I'm going to be here for hopefully only another 18 months. So in that time, I want to be able to downsize a bit so it's not all a mad dash in those last like month of me moving, because I have had to do that. You guys have seen me pack up my entire life where I hadn't moved in like 2 years, and it was a lot of stuff. I want to at least start doing that a little bit more because I've collected even more things since last I moved, because while I guess overall I've had more say over the space I'm in now, because the other place I was living in, I had roommates, I had shared spaces. This is now completely me. And so I'm wanting to downsize while still getting a thing or two. Like I keep on going back and forth on whether or not I want to get a small table for in my kitchen, like near where I have my, sorry, I was worried for a second. I got like foundation on my pants. Like in the entryway kind of, so I could have my shoes underneath and then have like a small table, but then I keep on going back and forth being like, it's a really small space. And also if I move, I don't want to have to like bring it with me. So yeah, don't think I could do small hauls for things also for videos. I contemplated making a haul of the groceries I got. I usually get HelloFresh, but I was picking up other small things in my apartment to just make sure I had like a few snacks, some fruit, vegetables, that kind of thing. But I also had a lot of perishable stuff that I was like, a lot of things that needed to be refrigerated pretty quickly. So with that, I was like, oh, I don't have time to like record, because especially like the milk had been out for a bit because it was actually like one of the first things I picked up at the grocery store. So I was like, can't do that, but maybe a different time. I can do just generally different videos about what it's like to be in grad school. But as you guys know, I like to hold stuff, do stuff with my hands while I'm recording. I'll also do more updates on that like self-care book, which did not realize when I purchased it because I was just kind of wandering at a little bit of a time crunch, which was like bad combination overall. It has like a lot of religious undertones, which I could not find who the author is. I'll do a little bit more research on it. Not that I'm opposed to anything religious. I am myself religious. I'm always hesitant with that kind of stuff because I don't know if these people are that made it care for the LGBTQ plus community, if they have affirming language, if they allow women in leadership positions. I was raised Episcopal. Oh my god, it is like incredibly liberal, except for when you get like some of the really old Episcopals, like the church I grew up at. A lot of the older people in the church are much more conservative, but a lot of the preaching in the Episcopal Church is a little bit more liberal, open. If you're on TikTok, there's the nerdy priest who is an Episcopal priest who is also like the chaplain for Kenyon College. So I'm not getting anything super hardcore, oh my gosh, XYZ with religious stuff. I'm just seeing a like, you gotta love yourself to love others, like really pushing on that kind of thing. And I'm like, okay, I can appreciate that. And just if scripture / spirituality is used as part of a healing process for a person, that's great, but it cannot be the sole thing that it is based off of. I can go more in depth with it as I go along. Also, that planner I picked up, I actually do really like it. There's a lot with it, and I already have started filling it out, and I have a to-do list for a couple of things for today that I do need to do. Other things I was looking at doing was starting a kind of TBR with reading, because I want to read a paper a day. It'll probably just be, my bigger goal is 7 papers in a week kind of thing, so I can just dedicate time to reading and get a couple of things done, and can come back and update y'all on it, because I think that'll be a good way for me to kind of keep up with what I have, like, to get on top of what I need to get done. because maybe reading a paper a day is not always the best, and I will be counting even some of those like really long papers. Although if it's like this book that's a high entropy alloy book by Michael Gow, I don't think I will do all, like, I'll be like a chapter counts as a paper a day. If I remember correctly, that's more how that book is set up, but I need to go back and look through what I have for it because I have not thought about it in a bit because I've been a really bad grad student. Like a really bad grad student. I hope my ramblings of kind of my thoughts for where to take this channel, and I'll do like, for example, the fitness will probably be at least once a month. I'll do a week of fitness. Maybe also in that case, combine it sometimes with the what I eat in a day. Although I think this first one I'll do by itself. I just need to kind of get an idea of my footing. I also think while I uploaded that shopping vlog on a Sunday, that'll be my like auxiliary day to upload videos. I think Wednesdays or Thursdays are gonna work better for me in general because there's a couple of things that are like weeklies, but also just having some one-offs. And also, again, like I said, you'll probably see a lot of stuff that ends up being pre-recorded from maybe, hopefully not a month before, but like 2 weeks before or something, just because of how my timing goes, because life can get crazy. Okay, I think that is good on the makeup. So, full outfit. You guys saw me put on the makeup. I decided to put on a hair turban, headscarf, just using a simple knot with it. Whoops. Just using a simple knot. Pardon again the mess in the back. These pants, you can't see it in this lighting, but they're blue and green check. They're actually Pendleton, just a little sweater. The watch I'm wearing is a vintage watch from my grandmother. And then I just got J. Crew shoes on. So everything bar the shoes are actually all thrifted because I got this scarf from someplace on Etsy. And then the perfume I am wearing is also from Etsy. It's called Hercules. I will show you guys in just a sec. So this is the perfume I'm wearing. It's from Dandelion Creations. I've got 2 of their perfumes and I like it. I can't tell you exactly / remember what the notes were, but it's pretty good. So that is, I guess, the whole video of me getting ready. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Check out my Instagram, especially if you're interested in like bourbon trail based things. And I shall see you guys next time. Bye!